Okay, awesome. Let me just share this with the Discord. Add everyone. There we go. New link. So we'll just wait for some people to rock up and then we can start. Might even go into TradingView now and share my screen. Share my screen. Entire screen share. Let's just do it from here. Okay, so what if we had, when was Monday actually? The 31st. Oof, okay, quite a few today. Let's just see if anyone's in. No, not yet, but that's okay. Well, I'm just going to do it anyway, and you guys can just review it when you need to. Yep. Okay, so this is a 30-minute one on the 31st. Let's have a look. In fact, let's do this. Double tops. Would we have a double bottom at that point? We've got a bottom here. We've got a low here and a low here and tops. So no. So if we get our notes up again over here, give me 1 second. We can do this. Rules saved, valid winners. Did I do that for 2 of them? No, good. So delete that. Valid losers. Rules. So we'll put a 2 and we'll put a 3 here. Rules saved, don't know that yet. Total gain, total loss. So we just doubled that up. Never mind, that's fine. Cool, we'll just do this. All right, so we would we have won on this one here? That's the real question. Would we have gotten to a 1 to 2? Oh, we would have. Should we have hopped in? And let's just make sure that's correct. Yep, 15.7. Yep, so we've lost out on 1 good trade. Let's just do this. Yep, 3 guys. Hey, how you doing, everyone? Easy. Let's then look at this on the 1 hour. Oh, wait. Need to double check with this last one that I'm correct. Yep, absolutely. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at this. So we definitely had multiple lows. Did we have multiple highs? I mean, potentially. Yeah, we've got a high there and a high there, and it comes up and it forms a high here anyway. So that's a saved. USD CAD, 2 hours. Whoa, that's a big drop off. USD CAD 2 hours on the when. This might be an alert that I need to reset. On the 31st at 1400, it'll be through here. Yeah, 31st at 1400. That's why. Because it's 1, 2, 3. It didn't do it. It actually went afterwards. I can almost guarantee that I've got something wrong here. So this is something I need to put down that I need to reset. Okay. 2 hours there. So is this March the 31st as well? So it's USD. Because if I'm looking over here, that's the 28th. This is the 1 hour at 1700. Yeah, I've got two of them. So that's doubled up as well. So I need to reset both of these. Because if I am looking at here at 1700 or 1900, I should say, on the 31st, that's it there, which makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. We could potentially have one here if the awesome oscillator was setting it. So I need to go back and do those two myself. Okay, Great British Pound Chef. I'm going to do all of these now. So this would have been around the 31st. Okay. So if that is March 31st, and that is 2 hours, and that's at 20:04, it's right here. Okay, so for whatever reason, March 31st, this is freaked out. We're just going to have to move on from there. Let's do this from April the 1st. Okay, finally, we're back on it. For some reason, I need to reset these, and I need to go back here. 8:01. So this is Tuesday the 1st. Yeah, cool. So would we have hopped into this trade over here? Let me just see this. Yep, cool. 2100. And this is the funny thing here. 08100. So there's something going on within my trading view. Because on the 1st of April, over here, there are no more Euro USD signals, not a single one. Yet there's one triggered at 8 a.m., which is all the way over here. Yet don't have one for here. Anyway, we're going to continue on with this. And I'm going to add this to my little list here and see what it is. I might have to restart all my signals again, potentially. Let's just see with this one anyway. What is going on? 32, well, I can actually technically put it right there, which would be 30. That would be fine anyway. Do I have double tops? No. Do I have double bottoms? Yes. Does it then start to range? I don't think it ranges for long enough. Oh, it does. Okay, well, how big is 15 pips? Because we're just trying to see if we've got consolidation in here. That's obviously too big. But from here to here, that's 17, so make it slightly smaller. Am I going to have consolidation in this area? You bet. Absolutely. Consolidation through there. So really with just this, you'd be pulling out in really around break even. That's what you'd be looking at. Okay. So then we have another one. Let's see if this is at the right time. 1534. Do we have another Great British Pound AUD signal? No. What am I on? 0922. I'm just seeing if I am selected right for Sydney. Very strange. So somewhere along the line, something has messed up with these times here. Because as you can see, no other Great British Pound AUD signal, yet I definitely have it here. And the only one is on the correct day. Very strange. All right, let's have a look at this one. Sell, yes. You could actually check your stop loss here. That's way too big. Theoretically, you could say that there is a high there, but that is the very next candlestick. So would I have gone here? Depends. This could just be a valid loss. Yeah, I would. I would have said that this is your last high because it does go down. It actually does go down what we've said, 27 pips. So I probably would have looked at this and gone, yeah, that's a valid one. Is it an A-tier trade in itself, though? So would we have taken it? No, we would not have. So this is a definite saved there because our stop loss would have been ridiculous. Great British Pound CAD. Can't wait to see where this one is, if it appears at all. So this one's at midnight. Great. Cool. So this one here, midnight, apparently it's at 17:34. Great. Oh, that'll be fun doing that today, resetting everything. Stop is way too big. Way too big. And you would have lost anyway. So rule saved. Yes, right there. 4 hours. Is the 4 hours going to be in sync? Let's see. Over here at 0400. No, all the times are out of sync. I know some. Yeah, I've got no idea. Even just being that far off, it's ridiculous. So let's have a look. Short position through here. Now, do we already have double bottoms? Do we already have double tops? Yes. So look, we would have lost anyway on that one there. We already know this one messes up because I need to reset this one. The first. Okay, see, now you can see the exact same signals through here. This one's the doubled up one, doesn't exist. Okay. So 17th of March, and this is April 1st. Okay. What we're going to do for this one is probably leave it. I'm going to go through what I can find. I'm not going to record any of these results down. Why is that? Because as you can see, on certain pairs, AUD, USD in particular, as well as, really all the USD ones. And I'm going to go over here and have a look at some more and see where it starts. Okay, so this one here is in the right spot. 4 hour, 2nd of April. What time? 12 p.m. It's not in the right spot. That is it. In fact, that's actually not too far off because this candlestick would have started at 12, but we wouldn't have got the signal until 4 hours later. So if I then turn this on, have a look at this, 1600, 1500. Yes, we would have gotten that at the right time. So 30 minutes through here, maybe I'm just tired. 4 a.m. So we would have got it at 4:30. Okay. Am I losing my mind? Could I be losing my mind? 1500. Okay, so April the 1st. No. That's just not happening. We do not have the right times for whatever reason. Because you go over here, same sort of thing. 31st. This one doesn't even appear. So April the 2nd is all correct, and we've got all those things. And we came up to USD CAD. Okay. So I'm just going to go through them anyway, and we can just have a look at what we can see. Yeah, 2nd of April at the right time. Okay. Would we have hopped into this? No. And you would have lost on that as well. Great British Pound Chef. Oh, we just had a look at this one through here. Well, I think everyone can already tell, especially if we're looking at this one over here on the 2nd of April. Guess what? It's consolidation. And you would have lost on that one. USD CAD, 30 minutes. Let me just get 30 minutes up through here. Sell 1700. Yes, that is correct. I think this might be a valid loss. It's definitely a B tier anyway, so we wouldn't have hopped in. So that's 7. Euro USD, one of the problem child pairs. Okay. 2 hours right here at 2200. Yes, that is correct because we would have been shown that at midnight or my midnight. Double bottoms, no double tops. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. So 2200's from there, but it's a B tier trade. So we actually would have lost this. Let's go on Euro USD 4 hours. This is the same thing. However, this one potentially could have hopped into. I mean, I doubt it. That's 20 hours right there. That's 20 hours just in there from it going up. We do form a higher high and we do have a higher low, but at this point, I would have said that this is a B tier trade. Yes, we go from here. Yes, we move up to here, but no. Now, if it had been this candlestick, great, we would have done it. If we needed one more candlestick to say, yeah, it's 24 hours it's been going up, we don't want to be hopping into that one. So I would have to say that's another one of these. So what date is this? 3rd of April, which I'm assuming is here. 700. How long has it been going down for? Let's see. 10 hours and 30 minutes. Rule saved. 8. Let me just look to see if there are any questions. Don't worry, I love doing it too. Don't ask me, mine's already gone. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how much this can mess me up. Don't know why it does it. Don't know how that happened. Okay, CAD JPY 30 minutes. This is on the 3rd as well. Have we got 2 on the 3rd? So we've got 2 of them. That's going to be news, so we're not even counting it. We wouldn't take news. Your stop loss would be way too high anyway, so technically that would be a loss, but I'm not going to count that. And just to make sure that we don't hop into this later, we've got a bottom, then you've got a bottom. We don't have a double top, but that's not an A tier trade. So rule saved 9. That's a CAD JPY one. Okay, same thing over here. I'm going to do both NZD ones. We're not going to be moving down far enough for either of them. But neither of them, right? Neither of them that we hopped into through here, well, that would have had a way too big a stop loss. So you couldn't hop in. And even if you did, maybe that one would have actually hit a 1 to 2. Or technically not just yet. So we're going to leave that one there, and that one hasn't done anything either. Just talked about that one through there. Let's see if USD is back on track at 1700. It is. Oh, the only thing that I can think of, that why that messed up so bad is daylight savings getting switched around. It's the only thing I can think of to make that happen, but I will be resetting every single one of my alerts. I can assure you of that. Now, we already know, if I go over here on this one here, it would have been news, is what I'm assuming. It is news, so we wouldn't have hopped into it. Had we have hopped in? This is nuts. I can't believe this would have been a winning trade with a stop loss the size of Nebraska, 117. Surely it's hit a 1 to 2. Hasn't hit a 1 to 2, so we're all good. Can't include it. Thank God. Let's get the 2 hours on here and the 1 hour. So that's at 16. So, yep, that's the one here. And then after it, you wouldn't have hopped into either of them because double bottoms, double tops. Losing trade, winning trades. So rule save 10. And then we've got another one over here. That's 3. We've got no valid losers and no valid winners from the pairs that I trade. Now, do remember that there are other pairs that other people can trade. It's just what I'm doing. So we've already been over that. Double bottoms, double tops. Crazy. Okay, this is another 1 to 3. That's apps. This is nuts. Oh, funny. Okay, April 3rd. That's going to be an April 3rd as well. Yep. Now, we've already talked about some of these through here. The CAD JPY ones. CAD JPY over here, for example. So we're going to leave these ones because I think I would have already added them all up. That was news, and then we talked about these 2 already, right? So we'll just leave that. And we've talked about NZD JPY as well. I wasn't on the half an hour. That's why it looked a little bit different. And we're like, well, we're missing one. No, it's just me being a fool. Already talked about NZD JPY, AUD JPY. That's in the 30 minutes. That's not an 8-tier trade, but it wouldn't have hit there. Yet, you know what? This might be an A-tier trade. Yes, we've been going up. Yes, we've been going up for 3 hours, and then we just started to move back down. And it's just been going down massively. And by the time we hop back in, we're already hopping back in for a big downwards move here. This is an A-tier trade. This is something that you could have hopped into. Where's your 1 to 2? We don't know. Hasn't finished yet. We're just leaving this one here for now. But you can hop in to this one. Absolutely. NZDJPY. We've just talked about that as well. Great British Pound here. No, wouldn't have. So to finish off probably the most confusing one of all time, easily the most confusing live stream ever. Hurrah, I took an ATM. Nice. Yeah, apologies about that, guys. Infinity screen here, but I'm going to do it. So rules saved 10. So obviously we're just doing this based off 1%. 10% saved. That's what we're looking at. Rules continuing through here. What is that? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20%. And then this one here is a 2 and 3. So that's 3% through here. Absolutely hilarious. Now that would have been 23%. Obviously coming, if we're looking at a total, hitting 13% through there. What is that? 10% and 23. Yeah, so you would have actually made 13% had you not followed the rules, which is absolutely crazy because you go over here and you go, all right, well, last week we made an 8% total gain. But if you had not followed the rules, you would have been down minus 4%. Now, the week before that through here, if you're looking at that, that's 16%. Oh, I think that's what we just looked at through there. I think I just did it twice. Yeah, 8% total gain. You can see through here for this one as well. In fact, it might be exactly the same. Yeah, valid losers minus 7%. So rules saved 8 through here, valid winners through here. So you would have had 15% there, 8% saved through there. So we made a total gain of 8% through here. Had you not followed the rules, you would have made, what is that? 15 minus 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7% through there. So even though this one has come up really top trumps, we've had no valid losers and to an extent here, no valid winners. So we haven't come off any worse than previously. And considering we'd be on minus 4% for the week prior to that, and then not as good up through this week here, I think it's starting to even itself out. But we will see, because this is only the third week where we are actually looking at this and going, following A tiers, following B tiers, now not taking B tier trades. What's going to happen? Well, it's only 3 weeks in. So what I would say to everyone is, it's 3 weeks worth of data. It's basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. Let's wait. Let's collate more data before we go, straight back onto B tiers, because I just saw for 3 weeks that, it's actually quite similar. And yes, it made a lot of money this week. It did, but we don't know what's going to happen next week. If you're sitting here and going, I made 13%, but next week's the same, you make minus 5, minus 6%, and we go up and we're 8% up again or whatever it is, then you're going to be in trouble. Too little data to make a conclusion. Yeah, exactly right. So what I'm going to do for everyone is just make sure that I put all of these, because this is our third one going into this, put all of this in spreadsheet, and I've been talking about it for bloody weeks now, 3 weeks. It's going to happen. And then I'll post it within the Discord today so you guys can see the difference, how it's stacking, what would be happening with B tiers. Well, if you didn't follow the rules, what you'd be tracking. If you did follow the rules, what I'm also going to do is put up every major and minor pair, apart from the ones that we exclude, and then show you what's going to be happening over London, Asia, and New York. So we can track everything in real time for all the sessions, for all the time frames, to make sure that our strategy is good moving forwards. Apologies again about the wishy-washy nature of this particular live stream, due to me looking at the times and going, what the hell is going on? Why is this all happening? In fact, Steve, who was in here, we were having a lesson just the other night, was talking about the exact same thing, going, what's happened to my alerts? And Guns, obviously you've been talking about it as well, saying, oh, my alerts are messed up. So now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to have some alerts get messed up. So I'm going to reset every single one of them, which is going to take me a million years to do that. But I'm going to leave it here because my laptop is going to die. And yeah, just been moving houses. So it's a bit ridiculous, just in a spare bedroom right now. So I will speak to Guns. Yeah, wonky. I love changing 117 of them. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, of course, please do. Okay, sorry, it's a bit of a shorter one here, but I'm going to leave you guys to it. And I am going to speak to you later. Thanks for that one, guys. You have a good one. See you later. Bye.